run, you think that he just had the whole run covered that he would have came back to eventually?
Yeah, I mean, he beat me by, almost 5 seconds. So even if I had cleared him, I don't think that I would have stayed in front of him for the whole run. He drove away pretty good, and I was hanging on there at the end. So, yeah, it's a great day for our company, great day for Toyota, and definitely the best we've been at Martinsville in a long time, and still feel like there's room to improve. So I'm really happy about that.
That last pit stop, it got you back closer to the front. I think it was the last one. You gained some spots. What do you say about that pit crew doing that kind of work?
Yeah, I mean, my pit crew's been amazing and on point the entire year, really. So, I mean, the pit crew did an amazing job, and then the team did an amazing job getting us the pole and having that number 1 pit stall. So that was super important to, have that track position and be able to gain spots on pit road all day. And yeah, it was our entire team did the details right, and we got rewarded with a good finish.
It's always what it could have, should have, but would you rather have had short runs at the end, a couple of more broken up?
I mean, I would have loved to have a yellow because I had the number 1 pit stall, and we would have had a good opportunity to beat him off pit road and have control of the race. So. Yeah, I mean, I knew at that point, probably 50 to go, that was going to be my only chance to win is if we had a yellow. And there's no guarantees, because if you have a yellow, some people are going to stay out and the track position is going to get jumbled. So just wasn't our day.
Wasn't Denny Hamlin on the podium, or he was being interviewed and you were on the podium earlier in the weekend, and he said something, he was joking with you because you were ready to talk to us and he was down there?
Yeah,
remember?
I won the pole and he won the race, so I guess he got the last laugh.
Can you talk about what it means to race him and knowing how good he is here? Everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing learned from Denny at a place like Martinsville years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he has an amazing feel for this racetrack, and certainly the Gen 6 car was his bread and butter, and it seems like Gen 7 is just a little bit different, and our company overall hasn't been as competitive here at Martinsville as what we should be. But normally, whenever a Toyota's up front at Martinsville, it'll be Denny.
What was the difference this week? You said the Toyota hasn't been as good as they could be. What was the difference this week?
I mean, just working on it and trying different setups. And every time that you come to a racetrack, you're not going to just copy and paste the setup if you're not any good. So, yeah, I mean, the guys have done a great job of putting in effort to try and get better here. And even this weekend, I felt like my car was improved dramatically from Saturday to Sunday.
It's been 10 years since Denny's won here. Can you just think about...
How many times has he won? He's won like 5, right?
6.
Now 6. Yeah, it's crazy.
Can you just think about what's happened in the last 10 years in your life? I mean, just in that...
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago, 10 years ago today, I had never made a NASCAR start in my life. And... yeah, so that was a long time ago, and Denny being the Martinsville Master, it was, the Gen 6 car, and since Gen 7, he hasn't won a race here. So, I think that goes to show that our company is headed in the right direction, and the cars are getting better.
Comment for him off the track. I'm curious, have you seen any difference in him since October, since they lost it, since any of that stuff, as far as his focus and what he brings to the team?
Bob, I honestly have not. I got asked that question a lot, winning 3 in a row, like what's been different, what's changed, and the answer is nothing's changed. And then I think the same can be said for Denny. Like, he could have, should have won a lot of races between his last win and today, and it didn't fall his way, just like it didn't fall my way, at the end of last year. So, yeah, I mean, he's been close a lot. Phoenix comes to mind too. So he was going to win one at some point, and today was his day.
Why was today cleaner than yesterday?
Because the Cup drivers respect each other more, and yesterday was absolutely infuriating. My blood was boiling, and inside the motorhome watching it, and it was a disgrace for our sport, and that should not be tolerated. The whole, not just the last lap, but the whole thing. Like, we gotta hold ourselves to better standards than that. That was embarrassing.
What's to do about it? Is it teaching young drivers? But that's from the drivers. NASCAR can't really do it. Mark Martin said, NASCAR, what can they do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's something has to be done. And, I think I said on the podium at COTA and said, hopefully this is a step in the right direction. And the Cup races have been good. They've been really good and fair and clean. But, yeah, I mean, yesterday was absolutely embarrassing. And something needs to be done. I don't know where it starts, probably at NASCAR. And we'll just, yeah, I mean, that was bad.
Some people think the veteran drivers should go say something to those. Denny even said, you know, when people drive like a dumbass, that the journalist should call them out.
Absolutely.
Well, but true, but if you go down on pit road and somebody who's a driver isn't mad, then why should we be? Like, guys like you are going to have to speak to them. Would you do that?
I mean, it never crossed my mind to go down to the pit road after the last race and talk to whoever the driver was, but yeah, I mean, I hopefully we can lead by example in the Cup Series, and you know, this year we've had really good races, so yeah, I mean, the kids they gotta be better than that, because that was really bad.
Is there anything about the next gen car that's different than the Xfinity car that would like allow you guys to either beat or bang more or do more? Or
well, I mean, if anything, it would be opposite, because our cars are tanks now, and the Xfinity cars are a lot more fragile than what we have today. So, you know, it just comes down to respect, and whenever you have respect in a race car and respect for your competitors, it's the outcome is a lot different. And you know, we want to be known as racers. We don't want to be known as wreckers.